A big problem in today's society is that millions of people spend most of their free time doom scrolling, which is when you kind of just lie on your couch or you lie in bed at home and you just scroll through YouTube or you scroll through TikTok or you scroll through Instagram, and you just kind of hop from one platform to another looking at whatever pops up. There's all kinds of random stuff that pops up, videos of bees pollinating flowers, pictures of people lifting weights. There's women showing off their booties, and everything in between. So this is how many of us spend our entire days. And this leads to depression. It leads to anxiety. It leads to a sense of meaninglessness and this horrible sense of like wasting your potential, wasting your life. And I know this feeling very well. When I was 16 years old, I spent all my time just scrolling on YouTube, playing video games, endlessly on repeat over and over again. And I had no higher purpose or higher vision for what should I be doing with my life energy so that I can actually gain personal fulfillment and satisfaction, so that I can feel happy and excited, so that I can live a passionate life where I feel like life is beautiful and engaging, that I can have a positive impact on others. Now, excuse me, guys, I'm going to turn my flash on here. I want to tell you that it is possible for you to live this kind of life where you feel like you're working every single day towards actualizing your highest potential, towards becoming a better person, improving your skills in your dating life, getting more fulfillment from your relationships, more fulfillment from your sex life, from your finances, making money in a way that doesn't feel like you're stealing from people or that you're doing meaningless, pointless work where you're shuffling numbers around on a screen, or you're just doing menial work that has zero connection to your soul or to your passion or even to bettering humanity in any way, shape, or form. It's possible for you to make money, to design a career for yourself where you are actually contributing to the upliftment of everyone, of society. If upliftment is actually a word, you get what I'm saying. It's possible for you to feel fulfilled, to gain a sort of spiritual connection to life. And even if you're not a spiritual person, even if you're not religious and you're an atheist, that's fine. You can still gain this emotional connection to life, like that feeling when you watch an awesome movie and it inspires you, or you listen to a song and it inspires you. You can get this feeling every single day. It doesn't have to be this fleeting thing that you experience once in a while on rare occasions. You can feel inspired every single morning when you wake up. Now, how do we create this kind of life? How do we switch from the life where I'm lying on my bed doom scrolling, avoiding my emotions, avoiding the fact that I'm lost, I don't know how to orient myself in life. It's scary. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm trying to relate with you and tell you I understand. It's scary. Life is confusing. What do we do? There's so many different opinions. What should I do? Right? This is the purpose of philosophy. And then again, there's also hundreds of different philosophers. Who's right? Which one do I study? It takes a long time to figure this stuff out. So when I was 16 years old and I was in this position of honestly almost wanting to kill myself, I felt depressed well, I didn't really want to kill myself, but I just felt so depressed that I was wasting all my life and I didn't know what to do except just chase easy pleasure, easy hits of pleasure on my phone or on the computer or in junk food. So I was very lucky because I was dissatisfied in my ability to attract girls. I was in high school. I did a little search online and I found a teacher who was teaching self-actualization on YouTube. And he was explaining, this was Leo on actualize.org. You can go check him out for yourself. He was explaining to me, which lit a light bulb in my head. He told me, hey, it's possible for you to self-actualize, to realize your fullest potential as a human being. But the path to doing that requires vision. It requires consistent effort every single day, a little bit at a time, doing things like reading non-fiction books, 1 book per month, self-help books, sometimes spirituality books, books about business and marketing, books about health, books about dating and relationships, books about systems thinking, books about science, books about history, building your mind, understanding life, orienting yourself in life. One reason why you don't know what to do with your life is just because you don't have a robust enough worldview. You haven't learned enough. Just because you went to school or college or university, that doesn't make you smart. And I'm not saying you're dumb, but I'm saying you don't quite know what to do because you're not searching for answers proactively. There's amazing books at the bookstore. Amazing best-selling. If you go to the bookstore right now, go to the wellness, the self-help section. This is not a scam. Don't listen to people who tell you self-help is a scam. Self-help is one of the most effective fields in that entire bookstore, with a history of working for people for over 100 years. It's not just this sort of scam. It's actually an excellent use of your time to study principles from experts, from leading edge thinkers, from top coaches, successful people. They put their information, their guidance in books. So you go to the bookstore and read 1 of those books per month and let that stack up over 10 years. This is not a quick fix. This is the whole problem, is that if you want to have a life of meaning and purpose and engagement and excitement and abundance with money, with relationships, with traveling, with creating art that you love and reaching your full potential, enlightenment, all of it. You want that kind of life? Great, good, good that you want that kind of life. But guess what? You need to invest for the long term, and you need to be patient. You need to let the little habits stack up over 10 years. It's not gonna come to you quickly. You can't quickly find a business course to quickly make you a lot of money. You can't quickly learn certain pickup lines to trick girls into sleeping with you or to trick guys into proposing to you. It's not a quick fix. You can't get happiness by doing drugs or by, this one meditating for 5 minutes or this one guided meditation, whatever it is. You need to commit to the vision of becoming an amazing human being. You need to completely transform yourself from the inside out. You need to do this kind of serious personal development work. That's not a hobby. I'm going to put some gloves on, guys. I'm getting a little chilly. The serious personal development work is not a side thing. It's not like you watch one podcast or one video once in a while, once a month, or, you forget about it. The personal development work that I'm discussing is that every single day you're actually doing tiny little investments. It's like if your life is like a bathtub and you want to fill up the bathtub with water, it's like you're dripping one little drop of water into that bathtub. Every single day, little investments. You can't get results quickly. We're talking about transforming your entire emotional system, transforming who you are as a person, how you think about money. You have to unwire all these limiting beliefs that you have about money, all of your people-pleasing tendencies, your low self-esteem, lack of confidence, your tendency to be self-critical, unwiring faulty beliefs about relationships, about sex, about spirituality, about what that even is, what that means, what is life, what even is reality, going to the core, unwiring beliefs about what am I existentially as an existential being. How do I know that what my friends tell me I am is what I actually am? How do I know what the church tells me I am is what I actually am? How do I know what science tells me I am is what I actually am? How do I know what religion says this and that and the other? How do I know who and what I even am? What is life? What is existence? So what I'm trying to say is you can't do this deep transformative work quickly. It takes time. It takes foresight. It takes vision. It takes strategy. It takes something like daily meditation. For example, 20 to 30 minutes a day, maybe even going up to an hour a day. Yeah. You might have to meditate for an hour a day for 10 years. But so now I know you're like, oh, Adam, that sounds like such a chore. I don't want to do that. But in exchange, you're going to master your mind. You're going to gain focus, concentration, clarity, joy, internal bliss and satisfaction, compassion, confidence in yourself, so that when you are dating, you feel confident in who you are in the core of your being. You feel like a good person. You love yourself. You have emotional mastery and intelligence. So that's what you get in exchange for tiny little investments, 30 minutes a day for 10 years, 20 years. So when I was 16 years old, this is what this teacher told me, Leo Gore on ACTUALIZE.org, and this vision of like, oh yeah, I need to do personal development seriously. I need to read a book a month and just let that stack up. Be in it for the long term. You're not gonna transform your life in next week, but realize that it is possible to become a shining example of a human being, a powerful being that transforms the entire trajectory of human evolution, that deeply impacts people. It's possible for you to become this person who experiences joy and enlightenment and awakening and infinite intelligence and crazy levels of personal development that you don't even know is possible, because there's not too many examples of these kinds of people in our culture. They're kind of few and far between. They're hard to find. They're not on TikTok. They're not getting trillions of views on YouTube. They're not in your school, or you're not in your friend group or whatever it is. Your friends aren't talking about them. So they're hard to find. But what I'm trying to say is that there is a path towards becoming the best version of yourself and self-actualizing. This is what you should be doing with your life. Developing yourself into the best human being you can possibly be. And what I'm trying to say is that it requires vision, foresight, strategy, and daily action steps but like a little bit at a time. Be patient. You're not going to change everything all at once. Maybe start with cleaning up your diet. That might take you 3 months just to do that. And if you want a shortcut for that, look at my diet information on my channel. That'll save you 10 years of grabbing at all these diets that are fad diets, that are claiming to be scientific, but actually are just reskinned fads and trends. And a lot of the science is actually paid for by pharmaceutical companies and by meat companies and egg companies. And anyways, so diet shortcut, eat lots of fruits and vegetables, lower the fats, okay? And even the proteins, lower that a little bit. Focus more on the fresh fruits and the fresh vegetables, a lot of it until you're full. Trust me, that's how it works, but I don't want to talk about that in this video, okay? So even you might see, this is my point, is that you might even have a belief like, but Adam, but what about protein? But are you sure? Like, what about science? What about this? What about that? But this person. So this is the whole work here that I'm trying to explain, is that your mind doesn't know how reality works. And you've been taught everything you've been taught about diet and about religion and about relationships and about sex and about business and about marketing and about money and all this. I'm saying everything you've been taught is wrong. It needs to be questioned. It needs to be deconstructed. It needs to be poked at. What if it's not true? What if I was taught wrong info? And then that's how I'm operating my life, based on information that's not even true. So think about it for a second. If your life is a reflection of your mind and the beliefs that you hold to be true, look around at your life. How's it going? How are you feeling on a daily basis on a scale from 1 to 10? You've probably never even felt a 10 before. You might be at like a 2 or 3 most of the day, frustrated, angry, pissed off, complaining, depressed, self-loathing, etc. This is a reflection of your beliefs. So what I'm trying to say is, it's healthy to be skeptical about what you've been taught by others, even by mainstream sources. And I'm not saying you just believe me and take my word for it. You know, there's certain sources. That's why we read 1 book per month, is because we need to learn how to think. Okay? So that's what I'm interested in helping you do here on this channel. And I'm going to be giving you a path towards becoming the best version of yourself. And overall, it's essentially what I just spoke about here, is it's long-term little changes. You know, 3 months you work on your diet, and then the next 3 months you work on your meditation. And then maybe you work on your exercise. So little changes. There's certain core pillars, like working on that diet, like I've spoke about in other videos. Meditation, like I've spoke about in other videos. Reading 1 book per month and expanding your mind and thinking new thoughts. Looking at new perspectives that you've never looked at before. Looking at life from different angles, not just reading 1 book, reading hundreds of books, which I've spoke about before in other videos. So I'm here to encourage you that I know life sometimes sucks when, you know, you don't know what to do or where to go, or you're just, you know, the only thing that to do is oh, I have this phone in my hand. This is like infinitely entertaining. Scroll, 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 scroll. But eventually the point is, you're going to have to figure out what to do in your life to be happy. And it's not going to be easy. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not like you quickly understand all of existence. It's not like that. You need to transform who you are as a human being so that you are actually willing to be confused but still go and search for answers. Go ask a teacher. Go on a meditation retreat. Go to a different country. I went to Thailand and I lived in a monastery for 6 weeks, and I was meditating with the monks. Because I'm looking for answers. You need to search for answers to improve your life, and it's worth it, is what I'm trying to say. It's worth the hassle, 1,000,000 times worth it. all right? Because you can quit all your addictions. You can be sober, you can be awake and clean and happy, and your heart can be purified. You can feel proud of yourself when you die, when you're dying. This is what it's all about, guys. When you're fucking dying on your deathbed and life, you're starting to realize, like, okay, like, time is up. You know, like, what's the judgment day that is talked about in Christianity? It's not that God is judging you, it's that you are judging yourself, and you realize, like, oh no, like, what did I do my whole life? Did I actually become a good person? Did I learn? Do I even know what's going on? I had 80 years to figure it out, and I still am delusional. I have delusional beliefs about science, about religion, about politics, about existence, about relationships, about money. So I'm gonna die and I'm still delusional. I had 80 years to figure it out, and I had the entire internet at my disposal, and I had every book that's ever been written over thousands of years by enlightened masters and sages available, and I had AI, infinite super intelligence, available in my pocket to teach me whatever the fuck I want, and I still died a delusional, unconscious, suffering being who's sad and scared and angry at the world and pissed off and victim-minded? Is that who I'm gonna be when I die? Is when you're scrolling on your phone, right, and you're just lying in your bed and you're just avoiding everything constantly. Think about, like, okay, well, I'm gonna die soon. Is this who I am? This is the best I can do with my life? No, absolutely not. Remember, guys, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. The information that you need to be the best version of yourself is not hiding. If you're like, oh, I don't know what to do with my life, I don't know how to find my passion. Guys, I fucking made like 20,000 videos about this subject, and other people have too. People who are smarter than me, who are more famous than me, who have more money and sex than I do, right? The info is available on earth for you to fix your life. Every subject you've ever struggled with. You struggling with your dating? Great, there's 20 books about it that'll change your life. Struggling with your health? Amazing. Well, that one's pretty complicated. Good thing I've been explaining on it for hours on live streams and stuff, explaining the whole subject for you for free. Oh, struggling with, money? Well, there's a solution for that as well. Struggling with business, etc. So what I'm trying to say is, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. The info's there. But it's a little confusing at first, but you gotta want it. You gotta want it. That's what it's about. You gotta, God, pray to God, even if you're an atheist. I don't even know if I believe in God, but it's like, sometimes you just like, it's just like, fuck, like, I need help. Like, I need to know what to do with my life. I need direction. I need clarity. I need to actualize my potential. I can't waste my life just doom scrolling like a degenerate. Okay? Now, of course, along this path, I want to also tell you to be kind to yourself, be forgiving of yourself, but keep striving to grow, keep striving, never stop, lifelong learning, never stop. This is the only game in town. The only game in town is self-actualization and becoming the best version of yourself. By implementing these personal development habits, scouring the world, scouring the information space for ways to grow yourself, ways to improve, ways to become more kind, more loving, more intelligent, more wise, more passionate, more productive, more attractive. Scour for ways to improve yourself and learn, get excited about that. This is the only game in town. You are at the center of your life. Work on yourself, grow yourself, be the best version of yourself. Everything else falls into place after that. Your money, your relationships, your health, because you are the cause of your life. So this is the only game in town, guys. There's nothing else going on. Do you have a better idea? What was your idea? Just keep scrolling? Maybe I'll, get a nice vacation house and just sip pina coladas until I die. Oh, Adam, why do I have to do all this work? It seems like, why can't life just be easy? Why can't I just get everything handed to me on a silver platter? Because society has made you soft. You got to realize that our ancestors were fighting and clawing to survive every single day, hunting for animals, foraging for food, sometimes starving to death. Life is survival. You need to put effort into it to make it good. If you want to have the good life, okay, that's fine. But the good life is not the life where you sit on the beach and sip pina coladas and just get pleasure after pleasure after pleasure after pleasure. We see this from heroin addicts who have the maximum amount of pleasure. Apparently heroin is it's very pleasurable. But how's their life going? If you want to just put an IV in your vein of heroin and just get maximum ease and pleasure forever, how's that going to go? You think it's going to really make you happy? So that's another core problem, is fundamentally, you don't even understand. I don't know if someone's there or not. I hear something. Fundamentally, you don't even understand how happiness works, the mechanics. How does a human being create happy states within oneself? You might be deluded about that. And even you might know intellectually, but even in your heart, you don't know how to be happy. So that takes time to rewire. Happiness actually is the pursuit of self-actualization, the growing, the expanding, the infinite unfolding of your potential. This is like the middle way. Of course you can rest and relax sometimes. Of course you can take trips to the beach and chill out and have a relaxing life like I do. I chill out all day. But there's this balance of you gotta strive and work and put in effort as well. Okay? And then in that middle way, that balance of effort and surrender, then you can create a really beautiful life. All right? So stick with me. You can join my free school community where I organize a lot of these resources. I have information for you about the overall vision of self-actualization, and I have practical tips about dating, diet, business and money and so forth. That is under construction, but you can watch me build it out and come join for free. That provides you a little bit of structure and a roadmap. You can come interact with people who are further along the path than you are, and you can learn, you can make connections, you can chat with me, ask me questions and stuff, and stick with me. I got more videos on the way. I'm really excited about this. And here we go, man. We're gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's become the best version of ourselves. It's the only game in town. Okay, peace.